Hello YouTube. This is BalorMage again, and I've been testing something. We've been testing magic finding, and today we're gonna go all out on magic farming because it's been working quite well. Now, really quickly, the character I'm using for magic farm is just a Corrupting Fever Glad because I already owned a Headhunter, so I didn't need to buy that. And the rest of the gear to get a MF Glad together was significantly cheaper than doing the normal elemental stuff that everyone is doing. And I kind of ran out of money after spending all of my money getting mapping supplies. So we did a 20 map test yesterday of 85% plus promenades. They were all 20% delirious with the cheapest garbage delirium orbs that I could find. And we ran Area Contains Alva, Beyond, Hunted Traders, and Harbinger with Breach, Divination, Harbinger, and Reliquary. I'm not positive about Reliquary, and I am not positive about the Harbinger Sextant yet. Both of those are up for debate. Also, Area Contains Alva is only used when you run out of Alva missions. Before that, I think I tried out a bunch of different sextants before that. So anyway, on a 20 map run of 20 promenades with this setup, I ended up with 6 full nurse cards, which are 1.7x each, as well as half a nurse there. I did find 4 Chevron's wrappings, 2 Gruthrill's pelts, 5 of whatever this shield is before you corrupt it. They all went rare and I've forgotten the name of it, but the Orobot shield, found 5 of them. Found about 15 of these Suncrest helmets, which are only worth like 10C when they're bad rolled, but they're worth like 15x for a perfect roll, and there's like a good range in between. We found 4 Taster Hates. We found 2 Asenath Gentle Touch, and we found about 7 Cold Iron points. And that was just in 20 maps. As well as Promenade also drops this Dying Anguish card. And it drops it pretty regularly, and that is any level 19% quality, ultimate quality gem. Now, I'm not really factoring that into whether this made me money or not, because it's really just kind of a gamble, but it's a fun gamble and I do enjoy it. So while I don't have the numbers for profit for you, what I do know is that I ran 20 maps and it gave me enough money without selling my nurses, which is what I was there to farm. Well, I was there to farm patient cards, but you sell them as nurses. It made me in 20 maps, I made enough money out of that to buy all the ingredients I would need, including the delirium orbs, which were very expensive. I ended up buying this delirium orb. It didn't matter which one. We were going for the cheapest ones. So anything I could get for like 8 to an X, I would have been happy with any of them. It's just to add mobs. But yeah, including a very large stack to run 48 maps. So we ran 20 maps, and now we have the ability to run 48 maps. And I haven't sold my nurses yet. So this has been working pretty good. I'm really liking Promenade as a MF map. Another 1 or 2 days of figuring out how this build should go properly and really min-maxing this MF Glad version to what I want it to be. And there'll be a guide on that build if anyone's interested in it. What I will say is to farm tier 16s without a Headhunter and full MF gear in this build was not worth it. I tried to make this be like a cheap build and like not run the Headhunter, run a Rampage build, put 2 Inspired Learnings in, all that sort of stuff. And it just couldn't do it. I've given up too much power trying to go full MF that if I take the Headhunter off, it becomes quite an unfun struggle to finish the maps. So I also think people are making a mistake MFing low tier maps. I don't think you should be MFing low tier maps at all. I think if you can't do at least tier 14, you shouldn't be MFing. There are 20 other Atlas strategies that are not MF related that'll make you tons of money that you could get to farm your headhunter if you want to MF. But if you want to MF and do well, you have to be doing it in tier 14s or you do not get influence mobs. Even the way I am currently juicing my maps, investing tons into it, putting a delirium orb on it and everything, these Eater of World mobs and these altars are still probably about 1/3 of the total mobs in my map. Which means even if I was to invest that hard on a lower tier map, I would be making 30% at least less money. And without these influence mobs, I just don't think MF is worth it. It is very good at the high end, but it is not something you should try and do until you get a headhunter. So this is what I'll be doing on stream for the next 2 or 3 days, hoping to make quite a bit of money. Drop by that if you want to see how it's going. And also in the next day or two, we will have the character like min-maxed around MFing, and we'll put out a guide for that one as well. So please remember to interact with the video, hit like, subscribe to the YouTube channel, comment anything you like down below for the YouTube algorithm gods to remember we exist. I hope this makes quite a lot of money, and I will see everybody soon.